Previously on The Secret of Christopher Topher.
I'd like to introduce you to my partner, the mighty Ecaep.
The Pope and his officials are planning to get rid of the president. I'm not sure how, but I plan to find out. I know we've had our issues, but for you to conspire with the enemy and kill people is of the highest treason.
By the way, he also happens to be your father.
Finally, after these many millennials, I lay eyes on my son. I had thought you had died at the hands of Materlin, but you live. Now is the time to take your rightful place as leader of the Septaton.
My father? I already have a father, and he's not some evil alien being.
But facts are facts, Christopher. The father you knew was your adopted father.
You're a filthy liar.
I don't lie about such matters. I've had my eye on you for many years. While I searched the earth for the coveted seventh scroll, my relationship with the Septaton allowed me to follow your every move from the time you were a child. You see, the Septaton were tipped off by how brilliant you were at such a young age. Luckily for you, the foolish Lucimach leader thought you were dead, and was only concerned with finding the sacred scrolls. Never in his wildest dream did he consider that you would be alive on Earth. You were number one in all of your classes, always recognized nationally. And when you began a political career that was no less than brilliant, we knew that you were the one. The alien blood that flows in you makes you superior to any human on this Earth.
That still doesn't prove anything. There are plenty of child prodigies that's had political careers. And look at me. Do I look like an alien to you?
On the back of your left shoulder, there should be a scar in the shape of a triangle enclosed by a circle with two arrows. A smaller circle is at the top of the triangle.
I have the scar you described, but you still fail to explain what any of this proves.
It proves much. After you were born, I carved that mark into your skin. It is the mark of the Septaton, the symbol of our salvation. The triangle represents the doorway to the dimension of other worlds. The circle represents space and time. The two arrows that cross the triangle represents the swords of war. The small circle at the top of the triangle is the watchful eye of the Septaton. Not only is this mark on your body, it is on each of the 7 sacred scrolls, inscribed by our forefathers many millennials ago before I existed. Yes, I am old. My age is of many of your Earth years, and because of your alien blood, you too are of an advanced age.
How old am I?
You are over 600 Earth years old.
The president began to quiver as he realized that the Pope and Ecaep were telling the truth. And what of my mother?
Your mother was killed by grief, administered by my eternal enemy Materlin. She herself was a Lucimach, the daughter of my enemy. She was the only Lucimach I have ever cared for.
The president was in stunned silence. Not only had he begun to accept that he was an alien, but he was an alien of 2 separate races.
It is time for you to embrace your destiny as the heir apparent to the throne of the Septaton Kingdom.
And if I took the throne, what of the humans?
Their purpose would be to serve the Septaton as we served the Lucimachs for thousands of your Earth's years.
And if I refuse?
Then you and every human on Earth shall perish.
Christopher, please consider the alternatives. If you refuse, you will cause the destruction of the human race. Confess that you are not human and resign as President of the United States. You will be protected by the church and your own people. If you choose to be on your own, you will be lucky if the humans don't kill you within 3 days.
I guess I have no choice. Though I'm not human, I feel I'm still one of them. I still feel responsible for them. Therefore, I will lead Decepticon as I serve on the board of the new government structure. I'll also confess the truth to the world and step down as president. I think these actions should satisfy you both.
Excellent. I shall make arrangements for your announcement.
And I shall arrange for you to meet my commanding officers. They'll be overjoyed at your existence.
Ecaep, upon accepting these responsibilities, do you give me your word as both my commander and my father that no harm will come to the humans?
Molahsras, you have my word.
The name sent shivers down the president's spine. Ecaep then chanted the command to enter the portal.
After all these years, my son Molahsras lives. You shall lead our people to their long-awaited salvation.
Ecaep and the Pope then disappeared into the portal, leaving a stunned President Topher in their wake.